With the increase in demand for electricity and the negative impact of fossil fuels on the environment, the need for alternative energy sources has become more pressing than ever. Solar energy is a promising option, but traditional solar cells have limitations. However, a new type of solar cell has recently been developed, and it has the potential to revolutionize the industry. This new solar cell can combine with hydrogen, which is one of the most abundant elements in the universe. This combination results in high economic efficiency and a breakthrough technology that could change the game for renewable energy. So what went into the development of this new technology, and how can its potential change the clean energy industry for the future? Let's find out in today's episode of Tesla Car World. Welcome back to our channel where we bring you the latest updates on all things Tesla. Thank you for tuning in, and if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all of our future video updates. Now, let's dive into today's topic. KU Leuven researchers in Belgium have created a hydrogen panel that directly converts water vapor from the air into hydrogen gas with the help of sunlight. They claim it produces 250 liters of hydrogen per day at an efficiency of 15%. They are developing it under the Solheat project, which is now in a transition phase from research to spin-off. Hydrogen gas is a gas that does not release greenhouse gases or toxic substances when you use it. The condition is that you make hydrogen with clean energy, and that is exactly what bioengineers Jan Ronget and Tom Bosseret of KU Leuven do. Since 2011, they have been working on a hydrogen panel that converts moisture in the air directly into hydrogen. Ronget said, "Hydrogen gas will be important as an energy solution of the future. It can be used for many applications. We think the first place of heavy transport, industry, and emergency power generators. With cogeneration, you can also generate electricity and heat with it." So how does it work exactly? The panel captures two things, air and light. Air contains water vapor, and the hydrogen panel uses the sun's energy, or light, to split those water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen. The hydrogen is stored under pressure with a compressor or transported via pipelines and can then be used in all sorts of applications. The oxygen gas, on the other hand, is simply released back into the air without impact on the environment. So how much is that going to run us? By 2030, the researchers want to bring their hydrogen panel to the market. The question that cannot be avoided is, how much will such an installation cost? Like any innovative technology, our hydrogen panels will first have higher costs, according to what we read on the Solheat project website. With photovoltaic solar panels, however, the cost price has halved in the last 5 years. For hydrogen panels, we foresee a similar evolution. Ultimately, we expect that the cost of a hydrogen panel will be close to a solar panel today. We get a return of up to 15%, which means that 15% of the solar energy that the panel receives is converted into chemical energy stored in hydrogen gas, explains Professor Martens. Flux 50 played a role in the further development of the hydrogen panel by supporting the first demonstration in a home and interdisciplinary cooperative research project, ROLEX, spelled ROLECS. A panel of 1.6 meters by 1 meter was placed to produce hydrogen gas during the summer. That fuel can then be used for heating and electricity production in the winter. The house also has solar panels to generate electricity and a solar water heater to produce hot water. The three techniques together should be sufficient on paper to provide sufficient energy all year round. Flux 50 alongside Catalysti also follows the further steps towards industrialization in the later stage innovation project Hyper, in the context of the innovative program Moonshot. The Hyper project aims to create a pilot line and living lab that supports the design, upscaling of production, and the integration of innovative hydrogen panels. Both projects are financially supported by Valeo, or VLAIO. So what are the advantages of hydrogen gas as a renewable source of energy? Hydrogen gas is easy to store during the summer, allowing you to use it during the following winter. You could store the hydrogen gas in a pressure vessel, for instance. When there's overproduction, you could also put the surplus gas on the natural gas network, which is similar to what we're already doing with traditional solar panels when the electricity network produces too much electricity. This approach would require some changes to the gas network, but nothing excessive. You could even mix natural gas and hydrogen gas in the existing network for a gradual transition to pure hydrogen gas. Now, what makes the hydrogen panel so special? Tom Bosseret said, "Our system converts sunlight and water vapor from the air directly into hydrogen gas with an efficiency of 15%. That's more efficient than the traditional ways of producing hydrogen gas. In Belgian weather conditions, our panel can produce an average of 250 liters per day on an annual basis. To give you an idea, 20 of these panels could heat and supply electricity for a well-insulated house with a heat pump all winter long. If you also install a solar thermal collector and traditional solar panels, you have enough to get through the year." Our starting point was simple: how can we produce fuel anytime and anywhere? That question led us straight to the most logical answer: air, and especially the moisture it contains. Even desert air has enough water vapor in it, so you can apply this process anywhere. Water vapor is the fourth gas in the air after oxygen, nitrogen, and argon. So if you find a way to catch that, you have more than enough water to split, he explained. Could hydrogen panels find their way to our roofs by 2030? According to Ronjay and Bosseret, hydrogen is the energy solution of the future. Within KU Leuven, under the name the Soul Heat Project, they were given the opportunity to test their ideas. They have already developed several prototypes of the hydrogen panel, and thanks to support from the Leuven company Comate, they were even able to translate these prototypes into a marketable product. Sander van Dendries, director of Comate, said, "We are very satisfied that we can turn a research result like this into a marketable product, but you can only really speak of an innovation if it is produced, sold, and used. To make this possible, the Soul Heat Research Project will become a spin-off company of KU Leuven. In this way, we can eventually make the panels in large volumes and distribute them around the world," says Jan Ronjay. He is already looking forward to the future. "We expect that from 2030, it will be possible to install hydrogen panels on the roofs of homes." How do you feel about this unique hydrogen-based solar cell? Do you believe it'll become the device that powers your home? Have I been butchering a lot of names in this episode? Probably. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching today's episode. We really appreciate your support and viewership. If you enjoyed the video, please consider showing your appreciation by giving it a thumbs up, sharing it with your friends, subscribing to our channel, and turning on notifications so you can stay up to date with the latest news about electric vehicles and green technology. We're excited to have you join us for our next episode, so in the meantime, stay safe and stay healthy.